Sanjay, India's day?
Yeah, and interesting use of words, done and dusted. Day one, but fortunately not too much of dust on the pitch on day one. Very good test match day. I think India, if they were feeling a little aggrieved by all the talk around the pitch and the players not getting enough credit for that win, I think today was a way of them saying, look, this is much better pitch. And look what we've done. 205 all out after England winning the toss is an excellent bowling effort. But now the batsmen have to show that it's a great bowling effort by batting well. Shubman Gill has got a new set of problems, but that's for later. I would say a good day for India and some spark shown by England through the way Stokes batted. And hopefully, for them, maybe day two brings more joy.
Yeah, that's an interesting first comment that Sanjay makes, Belly. All the criticisms coming from the England camp about the surfaces, you can understand where they were coming from. You can't quite fall back on that from the evidence of what we've seen today. It was a disappointing day for the bat for England.
Yeah, probably more disappointing than playing on real turning pitches, because I thought today was a good toss to win. It was good conditions to bat, and as you've said there, I think rightfully, I think India will be over the moon. To lose a toss on a good batting surface and get 10 wickets in a test match, absolutely happy. And then the batters have seen through what always is a tough last hour of a day. England showed a little bit of fight though. I thought Jimmy Anderson again was immaculate with everything he did. I think 5 maidens, 1 wicket, but he doesn't have a lot of support there at the moment. Certainly with only Ben Stokes as the other seamer. So I thought India got through that really well tonight and have set themselves up for a good day tomorrow. So England are going to need to start well tomorrow morning, but credit to India again. We can't complain as an English side about any pitch. We had everything in our favour today, and did manage to come up with a good enough score. But we will see again. India have got to bat on it tomorrow.
What's the standout individual effort of the day, Sanjay? It's been a good collective effort from India right through this series, but in spite of the assistance for the spinners or maybe the lack of it on this day, it just seems like Mohammed Siraj had a very significant impact on how things went today.
Yeah, because when you look at batting side, you look at the prize scalps. So which are the big wickets for England? You obviously think of Joe Root. Mohammed Siraj got him. Bairstow, another important player, somebody with experience. Siraj got him too. And then, of course, well said, Ben Stokes was the biggest fish for India that they had to net today. And that was picked up by Washington Sundar. So yes, the impact wickets were picked up by these two guys. But let's not undervalue the relentless pressure created by Axar, who I thought didn't bowl as well as he's done earlier in the series. And Ashwin did what Ashwin does. There was that spell when he got Ollie Pope out that particular over. Just the artistry of Ashwin wasn't displayed. But to answer your question, I think the 3 crucial wickets, the one that really made an impact and ensured that England didn't go past 250 or got 300 batting first, were those 2 wickets of Siraj and Washington.
Yeah, as it turns out, 2 guys who we didn't put the spotlight on ahead of this test match had a big impact. And is that just a reflection of England putting all their attention on Ashwin and Axar and somewhere letting their guard down against the others, Belly?
I'm not too sure on that. I think that, as Sanjay just said, I thought relentless is a great word. I think India in the last 3 test matches as a bowling unit have been relentless. There's been no easy passages of play for England at all. And today, with conditions good to bat, they were just as relentless. And I think that is a point of test match cricket. You can't have individuals bowling well at times and other people not supporting them. So I think we always see the fifers and the people who take the wickets who get all the credit, but actually it's the support roles that are just as important. And today we saw that with India, little cameos and support, but the pressure was just always on England. And you always felt that even at 150 for 5, 2 wickets on that and England were back in trouble. I never thought England ever felt fully in control in the day. There were periods of play where they looked calm in defence, but they never got away from India. And I thought that was always a good place to be. Certainly when you lose the toss in a test match and it looks good conditions to bat, can you control the rate as a bowling team? Can you go at 2 and over? And I thought India did that brilliantly. And that would work in Australia, in England, and it worked brilliantly today in India. So fantastic as a bowling unit. And I think that word relentless was absolutely perfect for this Indian bowling unit at the moment.
Yeah, on an England front, after what we saw in the first test at Chennai, after England won the toss and almost surprised everyone, maybe even the home team, does this look like just a batting team that's lost confidence or belief?
I would say it's probably a little bit more mental at the moment than it is technical. I mean, I think there's just a lot of the confidence has been knocked out of England's sails at the moment, unfortunately. I thought there have been little periods of play. I thought Ben Stokes looked really solid in his defence and his approach today. And we obviously saw Dan Lawrence play quite nicely towards the back end. Ollie Pope was fighting out. So there was little bits in there that looked quite nice. But as we know, Test match cricket, but certainly when you win the toss on these surfaces, 50s don't necessarily win you Test matches. And we saw, I think, Rohit Sharma, I remember that brilliant 100 in the second Test match. We didn't know how good that innings was until the end of the Test match. I think we would say the same today. If one of those England players had converted that start into 100, 140, 150, we'd probably be saying the same thing. We don't know how good that innings is. But at the moment, it feels like we're still a little bit light. No one's converted those starts.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.